Hello everyone, welcome back to my class. Through this video, we shall continue the second chapter of geography, that is inside our earth. In the first video, we have done the different interior layers of the earth, and today through this video, we are going to study about rocks and minerals. Now let's start with rock. What is rock? If in simple terms, if I want to define rocks, I can say any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. There are different types of rocks. They are classified on certain parameters such as color. The rocks are available in different colors like the white marble, white in color, the red sandstone, red in color. Then size. The rocks are available in different sizes. Then texture. Texture means the appearance of rock. The rocks are very hard, the rocks can be smooth as well. So depending upon the appearance of the rocks, they can be classified. Then we have permeability. Now this permeability, this is a property of rock that is an indication of the ability of water to flow through rocks. And it means that rocks में से किस लेवल तक पानी पास हो सकता है and how that water flow through the rocks with the help of the pores which the rocks have. It means कि rocks के अंदर pores होते हैं through which the water can flow, and if more water can flow, it means the more is the permeability of the rock. So next we have types of rock, and this is on the basis of the formation. This is the general classification of the rocks, that rocks are classified on the basis of formation, means how the rocks are formed in nature. Nature में rocks बने कैसे हैं, on that basis the rocks are classified as igneous rocks, which further classified into intrusive igneous and extrusive igneous rocks. Then at second number we have sedimentary rocks. At the third number we have the metamorphic rocks. Now let's have a word origin for all the rocks which suggest that how that rocks are formed in nature. Like this igneous rock comes from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. It means that this igneous rocks are formed out of some fiery material, and this is the result of the volcanic activity. Then sedimentary, it comes from Latin word sedimentum, means settled down, means when the bigger particles are eroded into the smaller particles, they that are called sediments, and when the settling of all those sediments take place, it changes into a sedimentary rock. Then metamorphic, origin from the Greek word metamorphes, meaning change of form. Like caterpillar changes into butterfly, means butterfly is actually caterpillar or caterpillar is butterfly, but it changes its form with the passage of time. In the same way, the igneous rock and sedimentary rock may change the form, and that change form is called the metamorphic rock. Now let's understand each of the rock in detail. First we have igneous rock. Now this picture is the indication that the igneous rock is a result of volcanic activity, means igneous rock जो बनती हैं वो volcanic eruptions से बनती हैं. Now here the two words are there. The first one is the magma. Magma is the molten or semi-molten natural material found in the interior of the earth. And what is that molten or semi-molten natural material? That the rocks are in liquid form. This we have done in the first video when we discussed the second layer of the earth surface, that is mantle. Mantle is actually what that is the chamber of magma, means where the rocks are present in liquid form. and that is called the magma. So this also we have done, that the magma comes on the earth's surface through the asthenosphere, and when this magma comes on the earth's surface, it is called lava. So lava is fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. तो सिंपल है, मैग्मा क्या है, जब तक वो अर्थ के अंदर है वो मैग्मा है, बट व्हेन इट कम्स ऑन द अर्थ सरफेस इट इज कॉल्ड लावा. सो ड्यू टू दिस cooling of lava as well as the cooling of magma, the rocks formed which are called igneous rocks. So formed by cooling and solidification of molten magma, lava beneath or above the earth surface. It means कि मैग्मा जो कि अर्थ सरफेस के अंदर है और लावा जो अर्थ सरफेस पर है, उनकी कूलिंग और सॉलिडिफिकेशन से जो रॉक्स बनती हैं, दैट आर कॉल्ड igneous rocks. They are crystalline in nature, means they have grained structure. Then do not form strata or layers. These rocks do not have layers. Unlike the sedimentary rocks, the sedimentary rocks have layers. It will be clear you in the formation of the sedimentary rocks, but this igneous rocks do not have layers. Like the sedimentary rocks have layers like this, but igneous rocks don't have. Then these igneous rocks are also called as primary rocks. Why the primary rocks? Because these are the first rocks to be formed in nature. सबसे पहले नेचर में igneous rocks बनती हैं, that's why they are called the primary rocks. And they are of two types, intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Now let's study what are intrusive and extrusive rocks. Now again the picture of volcano. Now in this volcanic picture, this magma cools down inside the earth surface, and when the cooling take place inside the earth surface, that cooling process is very slow and the solidification process automatically slow. So the rocks which are formed in such a way that rocks have larger particles, and the best example of this is granite. First of all, you must have to keep in mind that when the cooling of magma take place inside the earth surface, inside, then it is called intrusive. Clear? And when this magma comes on the earth's surface, it becomes lava, and when the lava cools down on the earth's surface, then the cooling process is fast, rapid, and the rapid solidification of that lava material take place, and that happens on the earth's surface. So that rocks are called extrusive. मीन्स जो अर्थ के अंदर रॉक्स बन रही हैं वो इंट्रूसिव हैं, और जो अर्थ सरफेस पर बन रही हैं वो एक्सट्रूसिव हैं. क्लियर? एंड द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस एक्सट्रूसिव रॉक इज बसाल्ट, विच वी कैन सी इन द डेक्कन प्लेट्यू in the southern part of India. And this intrusive igneous rocks are also called as plutonic rocks. This is the picture of the lava which comes on the earth surface. This is the picture of again that lava, the solidification and the cooling of lava take place here, and finally the extrusive igneous rocks formed, and these igneous rocks are also called as volcanic rocks. Now I hope that you have understood about the igneous rocks, about their types and how they are formed, and the common example also. Here is the difference between the extrusive and intrusive igneous rocks. By pausing the video you can read these differences. Now the next rock to be formed in nature is the sedimentary rocks. Here the steps of the formation of the sedimentary rocks are there. First step, that is the rocks roll down, crack and hit each other. Means the weathering of the big rock take place, and when that take place, the wearing away of that big rock take place, that are converted into the smaller particles, and that smaller particles are called the sediments. Now, these sediments are carried by and deposited by wind and water. Wind and water are actually the natural agents of the erosional activity and the depositional activity as well. So, when these sediments are there, these sediments are carried by means कि उनको तेज हवाएं या जो पानी का बहाव है वो उनको एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाता है, and finally that deposited at one place also. So these sediments accumulated over a long period of time. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layer of rocks. Means the one layer of the sediments and then again the another layer of the sediments in such a way that in these certain piles of the different layers of sediments cemented together. Then they show layer formation, means stratas, hence called as stratified rocks. For example, sandstone is made from grains of sand. Now this formation of sedimentary rock, it can be depicted diagrammatically. The first step, the land, or you can say the rock or the mountain, where the erosion activity take place due to the wind and the erosion, so that converted into the sediments, that so that eroded sediments end up in the water and begin to settle. तो वो sediments ultimately क्या है, वो एक place पर settle होना शुरू हो जाएंगे, which is called the sedimentation. This. Then at the second step, with time, more layers pile up and presses down the lower layers, which is called compaction. Like you can see here, the brown one layer, that is the first, then the yellow layer. In this way, the layers pile up and presses down the lower layer. At the third stage, more layers and further compaction forces out water of the layers. Means the lower layers gets pressed down by the upper layers, and whatever the amount of the water present in the different layers, that comes out, that pushes out from the layers. But the salt crystals are present in water, and that actually glue the layers together, that binds the layers together, cemented the layers together, and then the rock mass formed is called the sedimentary rock. So the steps like sedimentation is there, then after sedimentation compaction, and then cementation of the different layers. Some another properties of sedimentary rocks, like the show layer formation, like you can see in this picture also, the different layers. So that's why they are called the stratified layers. Not crystalline in nature. Unlike the igneous rocks, they don't have the fine grained structure, so they are not crystalline. Then contain fossils. Now these rocks contain fossils. Now what are fossils? Fossils are actually the remains of dead plants and animals which trapped in the layers of rocks, and when they trapped, with the passage of time, they converted into the carbon and converted into the energy resources as well. So these are the prints of the fossils which gets buried, the animals and plants which gets buried in the formation of the sedimentary rocks. So these are the features of the sedimentary rocks. Now, the third one rock which to be formed in nature is the metamorphic rocks. This we know that metamorphic is actually the change of form. And here the igneous and the sedimentary may form metamorphic rock. Means they can change their form. And how they change their form? Due to the heat and pressure. Means under very high heat and pressure, the igneous and the sedimentary rock can change into metamorphic rock. For example, clay changes into slate, limestone changes into marble, granite changes into gneiss, and coal changes into graphite. Now, Rocks are very useful to us. The first one, use of the rocks, like we know that the rocks are hard in nature, so the hard rocks are used in the construction of roads, houses and buildings. Then making of jewelry also, some rocks like the precious stones which are present in rocks, they are used in making jewelry. The rocks are used in cutting and drilling, and in the rocks the minerals are present, and that mineral constituents are used in medicines, the fuels, fertilizers, and for various industrial purpose also. Then we have learned that in sedimentary rocks the fossils are present in the form of the remains of dead plants and animals, and that animal and plant fossils help in scientific research also. Beside that, rocks can be used for the decoration also. It can be used in games also. So there are so many uses of the rocks, and these are the important one uses of the rocks. Now these are the pictures in which the rocks are used, like red fort. This red fort is constructed with the help of the red sandstone, and this Taj Mahal is constructed with the help of the white marble. Now the rock cycle. You will be surprised to know that one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. We know that igneous and sedimentary rock changes into metamorphic, but this is surprising to know that metamorphic rock can be changed in the molten magma as well, which is the first step in the rock formation. So, this process of transformation of the rock from one to another in a cyclic manner is called the rock cycle. You have already learned that when the molten magma when the molten magma cools down, it solidifies to become igneous rock. So this is the first rock. Now, on the igneous rock, these external processes take place like weathering, erosion, and deposition. It means that these igneous rocks are broken down into small particles that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rock. This one means they converted into the sediments, and finally the transportation and the deposition take place, and the sedimentary rocks formed in nature. Now, under very high heat and pressure, sedimentary rocks changes into the metamorphic rock. In the same way, this igneous rock, when the igneous rocks melt under high heat and pressure, it changes into the metamorphic rock, which is the third rock to be formed in nature. Now, under high heat and pressure, this metamorphic rock can be changes into the magma, and magma is the first step for in the rock formation by which the igneous rock form. So this is the transformation of the rock from one to another. It's a never ending process, and it goes on in a cyclic manner. Now, the next one is, what are minerals? Minerals are actually building blocks of rocks. Like rocks are made up of different minerals. So we can say that minerals are building blocks of rocks, and they are the naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. मतलब उनकी एक certain physical properties होती हैं, like that this substance must exist as solid under normal condition of the earth. So this is the property of the mineral, कि that must be solid. Then there must be naturally occurring substance, means it's not human created substance, it is natural occurring substance, and it must have fixed chemical composition. Now, minerals are very important to humankind. Minerals are used as fuel, used as energy resources, They are used in industries, in medicines, in fertilizers. So many uses of minerals are there. And here I enlisted few examples of the uses of minerals, like talc is a very soft mineral, and it is used in talcum powder. Then fluoride is used in the used in the form of fluoride, it used in toothpaste, and we use salt in everyday life. So this is all about the rocks and minerals. Thank you for listening me, and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day.